Assalamualaikum and salam UiTM di hatiku. My name is Aleeya Hafieza Binti Azli from SR 2416NC. I would like to defend my research proposal entitled Customer Satisfaction Towards Safety Management at Botanical Park Shah Alam. Without taking more of your time, I would like to share the overview for today's presentation at the next slide. This will be the overview, which consists of Chapter 1 Introduction, Chapter 2 Literature Review, Chapter 3 Methodology, and some conclusions. And now, I will start on defending my proposal with the background of the study in Chapter 1. As we start with the background of study, Malaysia National Security Council 2021 have stated that Malaysia has responded by strengthening safety practice in urban parks and botanical gardens to align with evolving public expectations. Moving on to the next one is, as a prominent recreational area in Selangor, Taman Botani Negara Shah Alam implemented enhanced safety measures during the pandemic, including sanitization protocols and crowd management. According to Tourism Malaysia 2022, however, limited research has explored visitor perceptions of these efforts and their influence of satisfaction, particularly in the context of shifting post-pandemic safety expectations. And the last one is, this research seeks to identify areas for improvement and enhance visitor experience, ensuring a secure and enjoyable environment for all. Moving on towards the problem statement that I have stated in this research proposal, I have identified 3 problem statements, which are Taman Botani Negara Shah Alam faces increasing safety management demands due to rising visitor numbers. Other than that is, despite efforts to improve safety measures, visitors have expressed concerns over facility sanitation, emergency response and readiness, and crowd control. And the last one is, studies show that perceived safety strongly influence visitor satisfaction and their likelihood of returning. Tourism Malaysia 2022. So now I would like to share my research objective. I have 3 research objectives with me today. The first objective will be to assess the level of customer satisfaction regarding current safety management practice at Botanical Park Shah Alam. The second objective will be to identify the factors within safety management that impact visitor satisfaction at the park. And lastly will be to determine the gaps between visitor expectations and actual safety management practice at the park. In this slide, I would like to talk about the research question and research hypothesis. The first research question would be, what is the level of customer satisfaction with safety management at Botanical Park Shah Alam? The next one is, what are aspects of safety management, hygiene, security, emergency response most influence visitor satisfaction at the park? And lastly, what are the gaps between visitor expectations for safety and the current safety management practice at Botanical Park Shah Alam? Now I will move on to the research hypothesis, which is, there is a significant positive relationship between hygiene measures in safety management and customer satisfaction at Botanical Park Shah Alam. The second hypothesis is the presence of safety personnel, security staff, guides positively impacts customer satisfaction with safety management at Botanical Park Shah Alam. And the last one would be effective crowd control measures are positively associated with customer satisfaction in safety management at Botanical Park Shah Alam. So now let us continue with Chapter 2, which is Literature Review. Customer satisfaction in recreational parks like Taman Botani Negara Shah Alam is closely tied to the quality of safety management. Visitors feel more content when the environment is perceived as secure, supported by visible safety measures such as signage, emergency preparedness, and staff training. These factors not only enhance visitor confidence, but also increase their likelihood of returning and recommending the park. Now, let's proceed to the conceptual framework. This will be the researcher conceptual framework that consists of two parts that affects each other. For the independent variable, consists of emergency preparedness, signage visibility, staff training, and also general safety protocols that will affect dependent variable, which is customer satisfaction. Moving forward to chapter 3, which is methodology. In this research design, the researcher used quantitative research. Therefore, the descriptive design will be non-experimental, as the researcher will collect the data from the sample using questionnaire. The researcher also will use structured survey method to collect data on numerous safety-related criteria. Moving forward to the research sample, the researcher using stratified random sampling for the sampling technique. Other than that, the sample includes the visitor who visits the Botanical Park Shah Alam, and lastly, the population sample is 50,000 and the sample size is 375 respondents according to table Kerji and Morgan 1970. The researcher has contacted Botanical Park Shah Alam to obtain the information on the estimated number of visitors over a month. Next, it will be the instrumentation. In order to gain the information, the researcher adopt and adapt. So, in this questionnaire, it consists of 3 sections, which is section A for demographic profile, such as gender, age, education level, frequency of visit, and purpose of visit. For the section B, which is consists 4 dimension, which contains 20 items, include emergency preparedness, signage visibility, staff safety training, and general safety protocols. And lastly will be section C, which is customer satisfaction, that consists of 10 items, independent variables. The researcher also using the 5 Likert scale that represent 5 for strongly agree, 4 for agree, 3 for neutral, 2 for disagree, and the last one is 1 for strongly disagree. Next, I will proceed with the pilot study. So, according to Robson 2011, the pilot study will ensure that the questionnaire accurately captures data on safety management perceptions and customer satisfaction, as well as that the responses are valid and reliable. In this study, 30 people will be tested with a questionnaire. So, this will be the data for pilot study, which is Cronbach alpha is more than 0.9. The next one will be the data collection procedure. The first step is questionnaire development stage, which means the question should be short, clear, and well organized so that can get an accurate picture of how visitors see and feel. The second step is pilot phase. This involves testing the questionnaire with a small group of people who are typical of the target audience. The third step will be the process of collecting the data. This entails examining survey results to detect and address incomplete, inconsistent, or outlier responses. The next one will be the distribute the questionnaire. To encourage participation, provide clear instructions and explain the study's purpose. The next step is to identify the sample, which will aid in determining the size and characteristic of the target population. The sixth step is to analyze data using data analysis. Software such as SPSS can be used to perform this analysis. And last but not least is to interpret the result to meet the goals and respond to the research question. Moving forward to the data analysis, so as you can see, the researcher used descriptive analysis, frequency for the demographic profile, and also using descriptive analysis, mean and standard deviation for the research question 1 until 3. Last but not least, the conclusion for this defense proposal is This research focused on the relationship between customer satisfaction and safety management at Botanical Park Shah Alam. Next will be customer satisfaction. An essential part of service quality depends not only on recreational facilities but also on safety measures like emergency preparedness, staff safety training, signage visibility, and general safety protocols. And lastly, the study aims to assess how these safety strategies impact visitor satisfaction, emphasizing their importance in creating a positive park experience. So, that's all from me for my defense research proposal. Thank you for listening and thank you for your attention. Have a nice day.